I'm Pete Hostrawser, and I'm about disrupting traditional education. Disrupt Education is a movement where I'll be interviewing several current and former students, educators, reformers, and anybody with a disruptive idea, and sharing their stories with you to find new ways to educate all students. I don't really believe everybody should go to a four-year college. I don't believe the myth that everybody works in one single educational forum. But I do believe that sharing these stories and understanding successes will give disruptors, educators, and these students voices and provide us with some different ways to educate all our students rather than just the ones that are going to traditional colleges. I want everybody to be able to pursue their passion, whatever it may be, even if it doesn't fit into the current traditional education system. Follow me on my journey through social media, check out my website below, and let's disrupt education.
Frank Miller returns, it's a battle of the gods. Superman, Bruce Wayne, pockets full of wads. The Dark Knight in his habitat, Jason with the rat-a-tat. Clark Kent possessed the laser attack. Katana's on a dead back, pool full of blood, gang banging on the flood. Blips stay superior, Hydro Man remains inferior. Universal Cruise with a silver exterior. Red skull pinned on the chest, got a black mask. Hail Hydra. Harley Quinn, girl, I love when I'm inside ya. Agent Carter's up next, Central Time, bruh.
Halfway, man. Halfway. Some of you already seen it. How many people have seen this before already? Okay, wait till the end, because I got a twist now. Yeah, I'm changing up. I'm off the fly, man. This is my script. All right. Welcome. My name is Mr. Hostrawser. I don't want to trip over that. Maybe I do. I know a lot of you. I don't know all of you. But first off, I want to thank you all for being in a business class. Whether you have to be or not, my goal is to, and our goal is actually to help you get you on your path, your goal, wherever you want to go. And we are striving like crazy to get you to do that, but ultimately what you're going to learn today, it's going to be you who wants to do that, whatever that is, whatever your goal is. Bottom line is you control your own education. All right, I have a lot of seniors in here. Where are my seniors at? Okay, a lot of seniors, right? Feeling the senioritis? Stop it now. It's going to kill you. Because you are going to get out of that realm of education. If you're going on to college, if you're going into your own thing, it's basically like slamming the brakes on in the middle of a race. Your life is about education. It's about making things happen, like my daughter's about to say.
If you think about it, life's pretty easy. People may think you're weird, or they might make fun of you, but forget about those people in life. Think about your friends and your family, and always be caring. The last thing I have to say is, be generous. Even if people aren't generous back to you, always be generous. And keep making things happen!
No? Well, my son's got the answer.
Meh. Stop it!
All right, so I think that's cute. It's funny. My daughter really believes that, but then when my son comes down and says that to her, she gets really mad and just literally we had to stop the tape because there was blood flying and she was like beating it. No. But bottom line is, look, what you say and what you do are two different things, and that's where it goes to the haters, waiters, and doers. Okay, that's what I mean by the whole presentation today. Literally that. Okay, so when I go into some of this stuff, defining success, a lot of you will say success is money, success is goals, setting goals and accomplishing them, and it's really nice and fluffy, but what the heck is your goal? Okay, first off, money won't do it for you, because Jim Carrey's telling you right now in this quote that it does not happen that way. Because I can tell you from people that I know many, many people in not only these communities, but other communities and my network that I'm continually growing, that they have millions of dollars, cars, whatever, they ain't happy. Okay? One of my favorite people going through it right now, he doesn't have to worry about bills. But it's not why they're happy. They're not happy. They're not happy because they're not finding their passion. So what the heck is your goal? So here's the best part about this. When you look at haters, waiters, and doers, you guys are up against pretty much a wall of crazy things out there. Things that are taking you away. Things that are like, I'm going to put my 2 cents in here in social media and whatever. And by the way, every 2 cents you put in, somebody's making 3 cents on you. So good luck with that. Because if you don't know how to turn this into a business or anything else into a business or into whatever your passion is, you're going to lose. So think about what you're really passionate. It could be as silly as writing or drawing a comic. I don't think that's silly because I've seen very successful people do that, actually in this building as well, to other people doing some blogging or things like that. I had a girl tell me one time, she was like, I want to do this kind of comics online, but I think people will think that's stupid. And I said, who gives a crap about what other people think? Because there is people out there that are going to be in your realm and you can become excellent at what you do. I'm going to show you a couple of people here. Okay, this is a snap back from Chris, and I know Chris from nobody. Okay, I follow a lot of these guys on Instagram, on Snapchat, and I actually asked about 3 or 4 of my favorite kind of entrepreneurs on the snap because they're all on it, because you're all on it, because you're the next generation coming through. And I said, I'm going to be speaking to 1,000, 1,500 high school students. What do I tell them? Here's your answer. Okay, let me sum that up for you. A, he gave me an answer back, and B, he knows that his name is up there right now in front of all of you. And if you really want to grind and understand people, I would follow him on social media. If you don't care, you don't care. No big deal. This guy's in the Netherlands. Chris is an amazing person, and he has millions of followers, and he took time to write this to me because obviously he cares about helping people. Like my daughter said, doesn't take a genius. So, but basically, he was like talking about becoming an entrepreneur. Look, I know a lot of you have one of these, and mine's even old, and you're like, dang, look at that old thing. But bottom line is this, you need that, you need Facebook, you can make millions of dollars if you're passionate enough. If you like to design t-shirts, he's telling you about that right there. You don't even have to have a store anymore. Okay? Here's the deal, it's not going to make money fast. Many, many, many of you want to be like Drake, 0 to 100, you're going to be 0 to 0.5. Okay? You're not going to go fast. Slow nickels add up. Another person said that. I can't remember his name. But honestly, that's true. If you're willing to be patient and work hard at what you do and fail and fail and fail again because you're so scared of getting an F that they're putting you into that, just keep putting your 2 cents in so I can make 3 cents. Y'all want an A? Here it is. I'll give it. Anybody want to take this home? Because in life, really, if there's nothing behind it, it means nothing. It's just trash. It's a letter. But if you learn behind that, that's where it comes in, and that's where the play is. Okay? You can go to I know people who went to the best schools and are doing nothing except for figuring out ways to pay their $200,000 tuition bill. Okay? Don't let that stop you. I always laugh at people who say, oh, you're going to Triton. And I'm like, yeah. Have you been over there? Have you actually pulled learning from there rather than just looking at what everybody else thinks? Think about these things when you're going through it. This is my friend. I won't go into his story, but I will tell you this. He's had a pretty rough life. He makes really good money right now. Okay? And his life involved like his family breaking up, problems with the brother, chaos constantly when he was growing up. Literally, he had to figure out ways to gamble sometimes to put food on the table. And he's a good friend of mine. He's now a partner at Aon Hewitt. Big company, making good money, but he worked his way up because he realized his goal, his passion, was handling chaos. If you think your life sucks and you're still alive and you're doing well, you're handling chaos. You actually have a skill. Seriously. If you're not doing anything or just bored all the time, you don't have a skill. Okay? You got to build on what you really want to do. I asked him, what were you looking at a high schooler? And you're thinking, I'm thinking corporate. White guy, suits, corner office, big wig. All right, the man. Here's what he says. Hustlers, not purely academic, people who make things happen. My daughter's figured it out already, she understands. doesn't care about ACT scores as solely that's it. Not saying ACT scores or SAT scores are bad, but it's not a surprise that 800 colleges, over 800 colleges out there are actually dropping those as things that you can get into those because they're scrambling. And I've talked to recruiters at the college level, darn good colleges by the way, they're trying to figure out, oh wait, we have to start doing this because there's a bubble coming, okay? And I'm not saying college bad, I went to college, I learned a lot in college, don't get me wrong there. But work hard is the last thing. My favorite rapper, best rapper alive, in my opinion. Here it is, guys. Look, I learned a lot from Jay-Z, not a lot from his music. I love the tunes and everything. Read a book. You want to learn how to get things done? You want to know how to innovate? They're right in my hands right now. You have the best of the best in there. You want to learn how to knit? Teach yourself. Read a book. I like this book so much I bought 2 of them. So, but literally, honestly, read a book. If you like understanding like people like Jay-Z, grab his book. It's called Decoded. Anybody read it? I'm going to decode these lyrics. And you can probably see right now where I'm going with these lyrics. Got a million ways to get it. And I'm saying this in the widest way possible, sorry. Choose one. The stress is on choosing one. Y'all are afraid to choose sometimes. I'm afraid to choose sometimes. What if, what if, what if? The worst thing is going to happen, guys, is you're going to fail. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to fail and you're going to try to do the exact same thing over and over again, which is not trying and not trying and not trying. He says it right there. Right there. Can't be scared to fail in the search of perfection. Right there. Second line. Don't be mad because it's all about progression. He's going to talk about haters. Always talks about haters. But look, if you don't know how to progress or move forward, figure it out quickly because that's what it's all about. It's right there in the lyric. Best quote ever, world cannot hold me, too much ambition. Turn the news on, get on social media, especially Facebook, listen to old people, listen to everybody curmudgeon, arguing about everything, the world is going to be destroyed, and it's all Putin's fault, or whatever else is going on out there. He's like, screw that, I'm putting that over there. I got too much ambition. I ain't letting that crap stop me, and neither should you. Okay, if you want to change something, go do it. And many of you have. I've seen big things happening in the last weekend. People are starting to become a part of things, and then it starts rolling. When you start feeling a little bit of success and a little bit of happiness, it keeps going. When you start sulking and getting yourself not just sad, because it's okay to be sad, but getting angry and venting all the time, it becomes your culture. You start hanging around people who vent all the time. So I want you to think about that. Always looking for the next thing. First line. Emotional. Right there. Feeling myself, I don't even need an next pill. Right? He knows what he's good at, and he's going to go do it good and then become the best. Doesn't care what anybody else thinks. If you read the book, one of his buddies who was kind of with him and they were like working together and things like that, he was going to the place where this guy was, and it was his buddy. He's like, I just got on, we're going to England, man. I got a guy, he's letting us ride along. We're going to do a little bit of a show, and it was hardly anything. And his buddy was like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to sleep in. And you know what he told him? You made your choice. And I don't know this person's name, and I have to go back into the book, who was possibly one of Jay-Z's partners, slept in that day. Didn't look for the opportunity. Jay-Z turned around, walked out, got on the plane, and the rest is history. It's not hard, guys. You just have to do it. So I want you to think about those things because, yeah, we're back to school, right? School is not always easy for you. I get it. School is dumb sometimes. You're like, why am I doing this? As much as you can to try to find that opportunity. Do it. Do it as much as you can. The reason I'm putting this up there is because I have absolutely no musical ability whatsoever. I can't sing, play an instrument or anything, but dang, it looks like I got an album done. So when I put this up on Twitter, this is what's really funny. I have about 10 to 15 musicians start following me, which is hilarious because they think I'm in the music industry. They didn't really read why I put this up there. This is Sebastian Medalla. Sebastian was a student in my computer apps class about 2 or 3 years ago. Does anybody know Sebastian? Okay, so you know Sebastian a little bit. If you know his backstory, and he won't mind me telling you this, that it's been hard, right? He's an immigrant. He comes from Poland, didn't speak the language, had to kind of teach his parents and how to do that. His mom died when he was young, okay? Struggling. So what he's doing is he challenged me as a teacher, and he said, this is what I'm going to do for my final. I'm going to create a Photoshop, and if I showed you his Photoshop now, I'd be like, no, that sucks. This is where he's at now. And he just kept grinding and doing and giving things out. The reason why I'm showing you this is because he's giving it away now, and he's building and building and building, and he's making a couple $100 at a time here and there. If you want to follow his story, I would follow him now because it's really cool. And he's got people on his radar like Chance the Rapper. Anybody hear of him? Okay, I'm sure you guys have. And he's just throwing some things out, album covers, because that's his thing. And people have told him, yeah, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? He doesn't care. He's going to keep going and building his network. Okay? That's what I want you guys to do. Find your passion. Stay out of being a hater. Because haters don't do anything but be curmudgeon and angry and grumpy all the time. Because they know they're not doing anything. Waiters are kind of what you've been taught to do in education. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Start creating now because nobody cares about your gonna. Every time you say I'm gonna do it, by the way, think of gonna as I'm never gonna do it. Because that's what's happening. I am doing it is where it's at. I want you guys to think about that. So seniors, second semester, you want to grind out. It's not going to be easy. You have a huge opportunity here to make some things happen, to start experimenting with things, to start doing things. Because wherever you're going to go, people want to see what you've created, what you've done, not the A that's on the floor. Because that's where all my report cards are, stuffed in a drawer right now, because they don't mean anything to me. It's the experiences and the learning. Guys, have a wonderful day. Go out there and kick some butt, all right? I'll see you guys.
Frank Miller returns, it's a battle of the gods. Superman, Bruce Wayne, pockets full of wads. The Dark Knight in his habitat, Jason with the rat-a-tat. Clark Kent possessed the laser attack. Katana's on a dead back, pool full of blood, gang banging on the flood. Whips stay superior, Hydro Man remains inferior. Universal Cruise with a silver exterior.